All right, guys. Good morning to you all. Today we'll be talking about support and resistance. Support and resistance. Trend lines, price action, and chart patterns. Now, these are the core areas we'll be talking on for the one of our masterclass. Support and resistance. The market will not move unless there is a reaction to a particular force. Support and resistance is the major reason why price move in a wave-like manner. These are the reasons why we have this movement, the up and down. Now, without support and resistance, the market will only move as a straight line, just straight line. And it will keep on going up without even coming back down. Why? Because there is no reaction up here. And that brings us to the next area in support and resistance. Resistance is called the ceiling, while support is called the floor. Now, when price moves up, when price moves up from here to this point, this is a resistance, a major one at that. Why is it a major one? Because it's going to reverse price back downward. Back downward. Now, support and resistance are the floor and the ceiling of the market, in the sense that without them, the market will move in a straight line or will fall in a straight line. We will be having the philosophy of the cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency language, pump and dump. So the support and resistance give structure. And what are those structure? This particular pullback you are seeing, retracement you are seeing here, they are the structure that the support and resistance gives to the market. Now, this area are what? Support and resistance zone. This area are the minor support and resistance zone region. Why? Because they are the one that causes what? The movement up. They causes the pullback downward, then another movement up. So price want to react in the support and resistance region. And what are the reaction of support and resistance? The first thing, they either reject from a particular level, or they do what? Or they break out on a particular level. These are the two things the market does. It's going to reject a resistant level or what? Break out from a level. Now, when there is a breakout, there's a continuous movement of price. But when there is a rejection, there's a what? There's a reversal of price. Now, when price gets to support and resistance region, when price gets to support and resistance region, when price gets to support and resistance region, this is our resistance. Resistance is the ceiling. Now, let me show you the scenario of a ball. When you bounce a ball on the floor, which is the support, the ball is going to do what? Go back upward. Now, when the same ball touch the ceiling, it's going to do what? Fall back downward. Just like we have the laws of the laws of gravity rather. When you throw a ball up, there is a force that is going to do what? Push that particular ball downward. Now, there's one thing I want us to understand in this ball scenario, and that is what I call the force. Force. This force you are seeing is the reason why when we have the ball around this level, when we have the ball coming down from this point and touches this particular support region, it is the force that it takes from this point to this point. And the rejection that happens here, the force of the rejection that determines okay. I was taken out by the network, so I will start quickly by drawing everything I just did. I talked about what? I was talking about the force. Now, like I said, the force, this force, the force you are seeing here is the main reason why when this ball touches the floor, that means the support region in price, the force that it rejects it with will determine how far this ball will bounce back up. The same thing happens when it gets to resistance. The force that is going to reject it with determine how far it's going to do what? Drop. Now, in some scenario, when we want to have a breakout scenario, remember I said a breakout is when price touches the major resistance level and does what? Breakout instead of rejection. And I said price either rejects or price breaks out from a what? A level. And when I mean a level, I'm talking about a support or resistance level. Remember the floor is the support region. And the ceiling is the resistance. The ceiling is the resistance. And like I was saying, price will only do two things in touching. Either they reject or they do what? Or they break out. Now, price will only reject or break out a region from a region. So these are the things you want to know in support and resistance. Price will only reject or break out from a region. The support is the floor level, while the resistance is the ceiling level. And the force the price applies when it touches this level determines if we are going to have a rejection or we are going to have a breakout. And it also determines how far, mostly, how far the rejection will come. It determines how far the rejection will be or how far the breakout will be. So that is it on support and resistance.